Well, today I got home and decided to sharpen some knives. Somebody gave me a bunch of knives. Nothing special, just like $100 knife sets. Nothing crazy special, but they're in pretty rough shape. It looks like somebody's tried to do some work to them, and this is the one we're going to start out with. It's in really rough shape. I'll have to reshape that blade and everything. I'll put a picture up of it. But I would like to show you how I sharpen my knives. There's a lot of ways to do it. People use a whetstone. I've used a whetstone in the past, but I found this set. It is actually the Project Farm recommended set, the Lansky Deluxe controlled angle sharpening system, and it's pretty good price. I think I paid $40 or $50 for it. If you got it coming up here on Black Friday, you could probably get it even cheaper. But it is and this set has 5 stones from extra coarse to extra fine. The extra fine being just a ceramic honing stone. Now, I have used these many times, and they always get me a very good edge, fairly easily and without much skill required. So let me show you this, and I'll show you how I use it. And if you like it, I will put a link to it in the description on Amazon or whatever. I don't make any money off that link, but I'll put it in there just to help you out. I'm also going to put a link to Project Farm. In case you have not seen his channel, I'd highly recommend his channel as well. Let's get on with it. First of all, you're going to take one of these L-shaped brackets and take each stone, and this bracket goes into that hole right there. And I'm going to set it, lay it flat, and make sure that this bracket is flat with this stone so that they're exactly flat. And then once I know that they are completely flat, I press down on them both. I will go and tighten this set screw. And I want it fairly tight. I'm going to do that with each one of these. All right, now that I have each one of these in place, I'm going to set them all aside in order of fineness. And if I was just maintaining a blade and keeping it, just keeping an edge on it, I would probably start with the medium stone. But in this case, I'm not just maintaining a blade. This one's in rough shape. I'm probably gonna have to reshape this whole edge, and it looks like it's been hacking at something other than food. So I'm going to start with the extra coarse and just go at it from there. The way this works is I'm going to take the knife, and it goes in this clamp. You want to loosen it up, open it up, and you want 1/4 to 1/2 inch sticking out. In this case, I've got about 1/2 inch, maybe slightly more sticking out, and that is that's as little as I can have because it hits the set screw here. And I want to take and tighten this screw down snug, but not stripping it tight. And that's quite snug, just enough to hold the knife. And then this is where the real tightening happens. I'm going to take this, and I want this as tight as I can get it with my hands. This red knob right here. And make sure that knife is nice and firm in there, and it is not going anywhere. Now, I'm going to take this sharpener, and I always start on the side with the knob just so I can remember where I started. And I'm going to take the extra coarse stone to start out. This has 4 different angles that I can sharpen this at: 30 degrees, 25 degrees, 20 degrees, and 17 degrees. Now that really depends on how far it's sticking out, and the farther that it sticks out, the less this angle is going to be. I'm going to put it in at about a 20-degree angle, which is okay for a kitchen knife, and that's where I'm going to start right here. I'm going to take this stone, and starting right here, I'm going to work my way back, applying pressure, and I'm going to do about 5 strokes along the length of this blade. 1, 2. All right, there's 5, and now I'm going to do that 10 more times, or 9 more times, 10 times in total. You want to try and get the full length of the stone as best as possible. And if you really want to do some work, you have to really put some pressure into it. All right, I believe I'm at 10 times. I might have miscounted though. I'm going to take a towel and just wipe this down just so I can see what my edge is looking like. And that definitely took some burrs out, but there are still some in there. I might have to go back over this with the extra course again, but we'll go to the other side just to keep it even. I'm going to do 10 more times across this side from the 20-degree angle. I'm going to start from the back and work toward the front, just like I did on the other side. Oh man, that sounds nasty and it feels nasty. There's definitely some burrs sticking out this side. That feels better. Alrighty, we have 10 times right there, and I just poked myself. We have 10 times there, and let's wipe off this metal shavings. And there's definitely still quite some pitting right there. I think I'm going to do it 5 more times on each side and try and get rid of some of this pitting. I'm going to work it back past that. Starting on this side again, working toward the front.
All right, there's 5 times, and let's go from this side.
Alrighty, we have 5 times across that side. There's definitely quite a lot of burrs sticking out of this thing, but that's okay. We're going to go to the finer stones. That took most of the pitting out of that spot. There's just a tiny bit more, but I think the finer stones will take care of that. We're going to go to the next one now. This is a 70 grit. Next in line is a coarse stone, but not extra coarse, and it's 120 grit. We're going to start back on the red knob side, the starting side, and work toward the front. I've done 5. I'm going to take a look at that. I think I want to go 5 more.
There's 5, and we're going to go 10 on this side. We want to remember to keep pressure the whole time.
I believe that is 10 times total on that side. Again, I'm going to wipe this down. Definitely got some burrs sticking out there, but that is looking a ton better and a much smoother edge. And let's go to the next one. This is a 600 grit fine stone. I believe I have them out of order. There we go. This is a medium, a 280 grit medium stone. Then we'll go to the fine. Back on the red knob side is where we start. All right, there's 5 times. Now on this, as we get finer, I want to flip it over and alternate a little bit more often. All right, there's 5 times. Let's take a look at that. And that is definitely quite sharp. Got myself real good there. So you should be quite careful when using this. A sharp knife will get you every time. All right, that is quite sharp. I should use this time. She's going to start bleeding. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm back. Got some electrical tape on my finger. That'll take care of it for now. And I'll have to do a little cleaning out of it later. Speaking of, electrical tape works great for cuts. And it gets so tight, I really think that it would work great as an emergency use tourniquet. Obviously, if you have a tourniquet that is purpose-built, that would be better. But in an emergency, I can see electrical tape doing a really good job. We might have to test that sometime. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to test that. And how. All right. Let's see here. I forget where we were. We were testing it after I'd done this. I'm going to go and do the same thing again. All right. So that is looking much better. I say that it is time to go on to the next stuff. I'm going to go with 5 passes. Now with this one, this is my second to last. The last one is just a honing stone. So this is really my last one. I'm going to go from the 20 degree angle again. And this time I'm going to do 2 swipes across all the way and switch. And then 2 on that side and then come back to this side and do 1 more and alternate a little bit more often just to keep burrs from going on one side or the other. This one leaves a lot more residue. It definitely has a lot more coming off of it than the others. I don't know exactly why. I don't know that it's supposed to do this, but it still does the job just fine. So I am not too worried about it. Let me wipe this off. And let's get some honing on it. And this just gives it a very fine edge. And just helps even out any little tiny imperfections that are there. It won't do anything major, but with the tiny little burrs and whatnot, it'll take off without creating more. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and take this out of the clamp. Loosen that screw. Loosen this screw and it's going to fall out. Alrighty. Let's wipe that down. And that looks insanely better. It is much, much better than it was. Let me grab some paper. All right, I have a piece of notebook paper here. Let's see how it does. It's not too bad. It's tearing it a little. Oh yeah, I'm quite impressed with this. I don't know if this is the ultimate test or not, but I've tried it with the dull knives and it does not work at all. In fact, let's do that. That one's not too bad either. Of course, that edge looks awesome. It looks like it's never been used. Let's see here if I have one that looks like it's been used a bit. All these actually look pretty good. That was the worst looking one for sure. This one looks pretty rough. Let's try it. No, it works. It's just tearing it more than anything. Let's give this a try again. I'm pretty impressed with that. It gives me a good edge without too much skill needed or too much work needed, and it's definitely enough to cut into some meat. So I'd highly recommend this set. It came out on top, like I said, with Project Farm, and if that isn't enough to prove that it's the top, I don't know what is. It's what I use. It does a good job for me. I would highly recommend it. If you'd like it, you can go in the description, and there will be a link to it there. Well, thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time. And if there's anything you'd like to see, or any other videos that you'd like to see, just leave a comment below. Please subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you next time. You'll see me next time. I won't see you.